Hello, Fricks. I came onto this game to see how realistic this game was compared to Modern Warfare. I've been trying to test out Modern Warfare 2 to see how realistic it really is.
Fascinating. Has anyone ever mentioned your friend Gaia is quite the conversationalist? She never tires of old Gildan's musings. Gaia endowed me with an old world map. I'm gonna take a gander and then definitely head north. Or east. Or maybe south.
Oh, God. Bro, what?
To think the old ones had all the information in the world right in front of them. Ha! I bet they never had anything to argue about. These shores sure are plentiful with those towering ruins left by the old ones. I once delved into such a marvel. I climbed to a dizzying height and found it filled with such oddities. There were rows and rows of workbenches, some divided by short walls, others just strewn about. One floor after the other. Workbenches! Don't you think their operations would have been a thrilling sight? Imagine it! Waking up in the morning, ascending one of those towers, tools in hand, and you'd spend your days smelting and crafting amongst your fellow smiths. They must have been truly prolific and dedicated craftspeople to need so many workbenches. The armor that came out of there would probably crack a wide maw's teeth wide open. I'd wager any good shards that those smiths never tired of laboring in a forge like that.
First of all, great animations when I'm talking to this guy. Like, I love the interaction that they have in this game with the characters. It's so fucking real. But another thing I wanted to say was he like pointing to a game, the next game?
Now what could that possibly do? Time to find out.
Because he was talking for so long, and he was talking about these towers, and there's towers all in this game. There's a tower right fucking here. We're literally on a tower, so it's kind of hard to know what he's talking about. I'm trying to think he's talking about like New York City. He says he.
I can't wait to delve with this little wonder by my ear. So many doors will swing open, and hopefully stay open. Has anyone ever mentioned your friend Gaia is quite the conversationalist? She never tires of old Gildan's musings. Gaia endowed me with an old world map. I'm gonna take a gander and then definitely head north. Or east. Or maybe south.
Oh my god. We're going north. Bro, that is so freaking weird. I had no intentions of even talking to Gildan. I had no idea he was even here. I literally just went on the map and picked a random spot. And just I went to the shelter. And then I just saw Gildan here, so I just talked to him. And now I'm actually starting to think that we're going north now. I don't even know. See, when they try to sneak peek at a new game, they don't tell you directly, obviously, because it's a sneak peek. Or not really a sneak peek, but they're trying to give out hints.
Interesting.
And I know that they're going to have some sort of hint in this game. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn did. So this game should. But in that game, it was a book. And the book was on the boat that Aloy takes to the Horizon, to the Forbidden West. And it's literally so clear that that was where she was going. There was no, it wasn't even a hint. It was literally just plain out and simple. They basically just told us. They had a book on the boat. And the map ended where water is.
Time to find out.
So, I mean, everybody already knew there was going to be a new game, because it's just too easy to, you know. It wouldn't make sense if it wasn't, but we were east, right? Now we're west. He just said we're gonna head north.
Interesting.
Maybe south.
Yeah, no clue what it means. To think the old ones had
Or maybe
all the
east.
information in the world right in front of them. Ha! I bet they never had anything to argue about. These shores sure are plentiful with those towering ruins left by the old ones. I once delved into such a marvel. I climbed to a dizzying height and found it filled with such oddities. There were rows and rows of workbenches, some divided by short walls, others just strewn about. One floor after the other. Workbenches! Don't you think their operations would have been a thrilling sight? Imagine it! Waking up in the morning, ascending one of those towers, tools in hand, and you'd spend your days smelting and crafting amongst your fellow smiths. They must have been truly prolific and dedicated craftspeople to need so many workbenches. The armor that came out of there would probably crack a Widemaw's teeth wide open. I'd wager any good shards that those smiths never tired of laboring in a forge like that.
Dude, I don't know if he's talking about the next game right there, whatever he's saying. I don't know, but he did. I want to get back to what he said when he said we're gonna get north.
I can't wait to delve with this little wonder by my ear. So many doors will swing open, and hopefully stay open.
Another thing is that usually when you talk to people in this game, like whenever you usually talk to them, they have their like unique. First, they have their unique voice lines where they'll talk. Usually, it's like 3 voice lines that they'll say, but they never repeat them after they've said it once.
Fascinating.
Then they go to then they'll go to one voice line where it'll just be the same thing over and over again. If you keep clicking talk to so, it'll just be the same thing over and over again. Now, I realize that this guy, Gildan, when you talk to him, all of his unique voice lines, they're all the same.
Now what could that possibly
And you can keep on going through them all.
Time to find out.
It's not like all the other guys, where it's like... So that's making me think that he could be leading to the next game, because if this information is, in fact, information that's leading to another game, then that means it's very, very, very special information, and people are going to want to hear it again. And, you know...
Interesting.
That's just another hint.
No clue what it means.
I'm just guessing.
Has anyone ever mentioned your friend Gaia is quite the conversationalist? She never tires of old Gildan's musings. Gaia endowed me with an old world map. I'm gonna take a gander and then definitely head north.
Right there. He said, I'm gonna take a gander and then definitely head north. Dude. I can't stop myself from thinking that this is a complete, and not only that.
Or east. Or maybe south.
I can't stop myself from thinking that this is leading to the next game. Not only does his voice lines not end after you say them once, but it's also on this map right here in the DLC. And the DLC is a story map, which means that most likely any hints that we're going to get are going to be in this map. Now, that's not technically exactly true, but this DLC's map resumes the story of Horizon Forbidden West. So, what I would assume is that yes, if we are getting any information, it would be on this map, this little map right here. Now that's my Now that's my assumption. It only makes sense. You know? Now, in Horizon Zero Dawn with the frozen wilds, they never really, I don't believe they really gave us any hints into the next game. I don't know if they really gave us any hints at all into anything. Actually, they might have, yeah. I think they might have a couple of times. I don't remember. But